Monday morning at about 4 or 5 a.m.
Her friends had called to say their 24-year-old daughter, Kayla, had gone missing.
They called us and said, you know, they weren't really concerned, don't worry.
Marcia and Carl Mueller soon learned from Kayla herself that there was plenty to worry about.
My name is Kayla Mueller. I need your help. It's very terrifying here.
And then it went blank.
Kayla had been captured by one of the most brutal terror groups the world has ever known, ISIS.
You just go into almost a catatonic state, I think. You just can't even stand up.
Carl owned an auto repair shop. Marcia, a former nurse. Nothing prepared the Muellers for what was about to happen. The scary, secret world they were about to enter.
This kind of thing tears people apart.
As the world would later watch the brutal murders by ISIS of 3 young American men.
I'm Barack Obama.
The plight of a 4th American hostage, Kayla, was kept a closely held secret.
Obviously, the White House doesn't want this to all come out.
Tonight on 2020, the Muellers are coming forward to tell the story of how they fought for Kayla's freedom.
Kayla is not your enemy.
The messages and emails with ISIS in Syria and the Muellers in Arizona, never seen or heard before tonight.
Sir, I am coming to you with a mother's heart for the love of her daughter.
Would your step negotiate for Kayla?
And the people the Muellers now say failed their daughter, including prominent humanitarian organizations and the Obama administration.
The president could have been a hero, and he chose not to be.
Look at her. There's our little girl. So we're gonna name her Kayla. Kayla? That's a pretty name.
Hey, Kayla. We weren't supposed to have Kayla. You know, we were told no children, and suddenly, you know, we're going to have this young little girl. She was a really happy little kid and loved living, loved being in the world. And
She taught herself languages. She taught herself how to play the guitar. She taught herself how to write music. She was very intelligent, very intelligent.
I hope I never forget that everything happens for a reason and that nothing should be a regret.
She just always had such a compassion for everybody around her.
Kayla felt suffering in her heart, and it was as if it just seemed natural. She was supposed to help.
After college, Kayla was drawn to the Middle East. Much like the young Syrian boy, whose image caught the world's attention this month, there were thousands of children who Kayla sought to help.
And she met the Syrian man who was there.
His name was Omar. And Kayla joined him in the ancient town of Antakya, or Antioch, in Turkey, about a half-hour away from war-torn Syria. Amidst a local celebration at the Antakya airport, we met up with 2 of the people who worked with Kayla and became her close friends, a mother and daughter, Aruba and Hala Barakat.
To hear that there's an American who has left everything, and she came just to help out refugees and Syrians in particular, that was very inspiring, honestly.
Many Syrians live there.
The Barakats helped us to retrace Kayla's steps in the neighborhoods where she worked, with women and children whose husbands and fathers had been killed or left behind.
And was she making a difference in the lives of people here?
Yeah, just saying Kayla's name in front of them, they smile.
As long as she stayed here in Turkey, Kayla's parents were confident she was safe. Safe until Omar asked her to go along on a quick trip across the border into Syria to the city of Aleppo to help him install communications equipment for a hospital run by the humanitarian group Doctors Without Borders.
I told her, no, you shouldn't go.
You tried to talk her out of it?
Yes. I told her it's very dangerous.
She was like, don't worry, we have a lot of people with us. We'll just go, you know, like fix everything in the hospital and then come back.
It was at a time when safety concerns in the region were mostly about the cruelty of the Syrian government, not ISIS.
At that time, ISIS wasn't even heard of. It was just the Assad regime. And I said, Kayla, this is not your war, and these are not your people. You don't need to die for this.
Kayla and Omar crossed into Syria at this border checkpoint. At that time, no other humanitarian aid worker had been kidnapped. It was August 3rd, 2013.